Here we go. Welcome back to the channel. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe and tell a friend, Here we have another crazy story. Big U. Who is Big U really? I don't know, but here's what this person's saying, and I'll let you know what I think in a second.
Nipsey Hussle. Big U is a prominent figure in the industry who came directly from the streets. Arlington and Slauson Ave in South Central to be exact. Growing up, he was a member of the Arlington Gangsters, who would later claim Rolling 60s. From fighting, frontlining, robbing drug dealers, money plays that would result in big revenue. Big U's reputation in the streets was solidified. And by the early 90s, he became a leader, if not the top man in the Rolling 60s. He's currently known to have the deepest pull within the 6-0s. Big U and Nipsey were once close business partners. When Nipsey signed.
So that's who Big U is. He's from the Rolling 60s. Known gang leader. He started a relationship with Nipsey Hussle. I believe they got into music together. Everybody know Nipsey Hussle. He was an up-and-coming rapper at the time.
Epic Records in 2007. Plans to release his first studio album, South Central State of Mind, were to follow after his 3 mixtapes from the series, Bullets Ain't Got No Name, which was an instant underground hit. But that album was never released. Animosity between Nipsey and Big U started when Nipsey wanted to cut ties with Big U's label. Nipsey was allegedly locked into a shady deal where he felt he was being extorted by Big U. But according to...
Happens all the time with a lot of up-and-coming rappers, they actually get put on. Another individual go out of their way to invest in them because they see a future for them. And then once they get successful, a little popular, sometimes they say, you know what, it wasn't a good deal. That wasn't a good deal. Even though in the beginning, it was a good deal. It's a terrible thing, but I really like that, though.
His version of the origin of conflict began when Big U left the music industry. Nipsey had Big U's recording equipment and Big U wanted it back. Big U was able to recover the equipment and moved it to his shop on 43rd and Crenshaw, thus making it accessible to other artists, including Nip if he still wanted to use it. Apparently, Nipsey took exception to Big U taking the equipment. They weren't seen eye to eye. And then Nipsey comes out with the song You Don't Have a Clue from his 2010 mixtape The Marathon, which is widely believed to be a diss song aimed directly at Big U, specifically in the first 4 lines of the song. Following the diss track, Big U subsequently pulls up on Nipsey with some homies and confronts him. They attempted to pick him up so they could discipline him. And this form of
This is very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate that was really happened because they're saying Big U right now, he's being accused of unaliving one of his artists. Very similar situation. He tried to put that artist on. Then the artist turned around. He did a diss track towards him. And allegedly Big U took him out to somewhere in the desert and he threw him out. You know what they're being accused of.
Does not consist of a head-up fade. Before Big U could take Nipsey away for the DP, Black Sam jumped in front and told Big U that Nipsey wasn't going anywhere with them. And Big U responded by wanting Black Sam to stay out of it, saying that Black Sam was never from 60s and that this is gang business. Although he did understand the sentiment of protecting his brother. In addition to the equipment ordeal, family disputes have caused these two to clash on the railway. Nipsey's first baby mother is Big U's niece. During this time, Nipsey and his baby mother were not getting along, as he did not approve the company his baby mother had around his daughter. Allegedly, guns, drugs, and alcohol were in the vicinity. Allegedly, Nipsey would go solo to his baby mother's house and pistol whip the guy his baby mother was with for having his daughter in that unsafe environment. Nipsey beat him up bad to the point he had to get sent to the hospital. Allegedly, his baby mother was harmed in the mix-up as well. Shortly after Big U heard about the incident, he pulled up to Nipsey's store and confronted him about it.
I had no idea that Nipsey Hussle and Big U were related indirectly. Imagine that. It's a family affair. If that's what's going on. Big U's niece and Nipsey Hussle is a thing. Makes sense now. While Black Sam wanted to pull a child away. Imagine that. Unbelievable. Rolling 60s. These gang members. They saying that the FBI went to Adam 22 and Big U, he was being accused of something, of knowing about what happened to Nipsey Hussle before it happened, according to Loose Cannon. And, Loose Cannon said, you know what? Before whatever happened to Nipsey, Big U called me about 30 minutes before and said, hey, you heard what happened to Nipsey? And then he said, what happened? He said, they got him. And then he said, called Nipsey. He said, Nipsey. And then Nipsey answered the phone, so he knew it was all made up. And 30 minutes later, they really got him. That's what Loose Cannon said Big U told him. And then, Unbelievable.
Words were exchanged, and it led to them fighting in the alley. Big U allegedly gave Nipsey a beatdown. This led to Black Sam going back inside to retrieve a pistol. He proceeded to fire a shot in the air to get Big U off Nipsey. LAPD arrived almost immediately, where they saw Black Sam with a pistol in his hand. The officers then opened fire on Black Sam, but not a single bullet struck him. They were all arrested and taken to the 77th Street Division.
Wow, Black Sam was a lucky guy. I had no idea he had officers firing at him. Imagine that. He turned to a superhero where everything missed him. Imagine that. Unbelievable.
Yelled out the next morning. When Nipsey began collaborating with YG in 2011, he brought YG to 6-0 territory for Nipsey's part in the Bitches Ain't Shit video shoot. Big U did not approve of Nipsey bringing a rapper from Treetop into the set. During the early 2010s, it wasn't very common to have Pyrus hanging out in the 60s. So when Big U got at Nipsey had to defend his decision by having to fight multiple 6-0s just to have YG in their hood. And the love from Nipsey was reciprocated when YG invited Nip to the trees for the I'm a Thug video shoot. The two became good friends and collaborated on numerous songs in the upcoming years. Over the course of the next 7-8 years, Nipsey's career continued to elevate to the next level, including a Grammy nomination for the Best Rap Album, but there were still internal issues behind the scenes. Throughout this period, Big U and Nipsey's relationship seemed to be hot and cold, and for a brief period, they both seemed to be on a good accord.
So that's what's going on. That's what's going on right now. Allegedly, they're saying that Big U might have had something to do with Nipsey. You know, had prior knowledge at least before, before whatever happened to him. I don't know if that's the truth or not, but that's what they're saying. Unbelievable.
Remember that. He did what no other rappers do today. He sold his own music. He sold his own music. So when I came along and Steve came along, we had a formula that merged with what he do, but he outworked any artist I've seen. I'm talking about business-wise. I'm not talking about on the mic. Because if you notice, this man is more professional than 90% of the dudes who are trying to grow to his level. But I'm saying that to our young ladies. To a T, he outworked a whole lot of people. And this is the reason why we are giving him the award, the Businessman Award, because he really exudes everything that you need to exercise in business. So let's give this man a hand and clap it up for him.
But Black Sam and Big U seem to have never liked each other, with Black Sam disapproving of the way Big U has handled things pertaining Nip, and with Big U being pretty vocal of his dislike for Black Sam.
And then I'm going to keep it 100. Me and his brother wasn't cool.
Black Sam, he said he always thought that Big U was no good. He wasn't looking out for the best interest of his brother. That's crazy because Big U played a big role in Nipsey Hussle becoming the person who he is. Making Black Sam become the person who he is. Imagine that. Believe it or not, sometimes you can try to help some individuals out and they forget all about it. They really do.
Me and his brother one of the best of friends. You gotta understand, like I'm gonna have friends that my mama ain't gonna like. I'm gonna have friends that my brother's not gonna like. You gonna have people that your people don't like. You know what I'm saying?
Since he's been out of prison, Big U has gained a rep for allegedly strong-arm extorting any rapper or artist that comes into 6-0 territory. Anyone with the big name needs to pay a tax and go through Big U to be granted entry access and the ability to be in the 60s without risk of being harmed. In early 2019, DJ Khaled, Nipsey, and John Legend teamed up for the single Higher. Initially, Nipsey had brought DJ Khaled to the 60s for the visuals of the song. When Big U got word of this, he allegedly sent a gang of 6-0 members to the video shoot to press the issue. Nipsey frontline.
Unbelievable. That's something similar that happened to Suge Knight. These individuals think they control where they're from, even though they don't. They're so delusional until they go behind the bars. Then they say, you know what? I can see clearly now.
But the overwhelming pressure resulted in him moving the video shoot to the top of a parking structure in Inglewood. Nipsey also had to beef up security, as he was receiving death threats, allegedly from the Inglewood families, the dominant blood gang in the city. After Nipsey was killed a few days later, rumors began to fly that Big U had allegedly orchestrated the murder, with many people pointing out their past issues, as well as Big U not attending Nipsey's funeral. Fans were also thrown off when a screen-recorded clip of Big U's live began circulating the internet.
Justice for them.
A young boy would have been there like, yeah,
You did. You did.
Eric Holder, a previous hot-headed and known shooter from the 6-0s, as well as a former friend of Nipsey's.
Eric Holder and Big U were good friends. Eric Holder and Nipsey Hussle knew each other. It's a crazy thing. Rolling 60s. Some people are saying Big U probably sent Eric Holder out to do whatever he did. I don't know. I do know they had a very good relationship, though.
Your mother was charged and eventually convicted for Nipsey's murder. In a recent interview with Big Boy, Black Sam alluded to the possibility that Eric Holder was sent by someone, which has again sparked up a whirlwind of theories, saying that Big U was allegedly involved. People have speculated that Nipsey was getting bigger than the program and was defying the first law of power to never outshine the master. But this is all speculation that has no base. Big U has repeatedly denied that he had any involvement in Nipsey's murder, saying that Nipsey was like a little brother to him. Black Sam continues to keep Nipsey's vision alive.
So that's what's going on. That's what's going on right there. Everyone's trying to figure out if Big U has something to do with Nipsey Hussle. Hopefully not. Either way, he's gone. He's supposed to be one of the best rappers, you know, up and coming. You know what I mean? I don't know a lot, like I always say. Only thing I know is crime don't pay, but I see them do it. Though imagine that, Big U. He said that Nipsey was getting bigger than the set. Is that the truth? I don't know.